What's going on and welcome back. Let's talk Mr. Negative, the deck and card that is king at winning 8 cubes, but at the same time is going to lose over half of the games that you played in. Now, it's no question, it's one of the more unique cards in Marvel Snap, but you either love the playstyle or you hate it. There's no middle ground. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the best 4 Mr. Negative decks. Now that Nimrod has dropped into the game, it's definitely one of the better versions. However, a lot of these decks are going to take some time to climb the ladder. You'll definitely get some huge 8-cube wins, but at the same time, you'll get multiple 1 and 2-cube losses. Let's go ahead and break down the cards, the best combos, and then we'll talk about some tips and tricks, followed by the decks, and then hop into some matches. Let's start with the man himself, Mr. Negative, a 4-cost card worth -1 power. He's been nerfed several times, and this is kind of the state that he's in now. He'll be swapping the power and cost and all of the cards in your deck, not your hand. And he does present a problem in balance in Marvel Snap, because, well, cards typically with low power have great abilities, and Mr. Negative is going to allow you to utilize both great power and strong abilities. Now, because it's focused on the cards in our deck, the earlier we can play Mr. Negative, the better, and we can consistently do so via Zabu and Psylocke. Now, it used to just be Psylocke here that you could play on turn 2, and on turn 3, you play Mr. Negative, but with the recent nerf to Zabu, we now have 2 cards that can get the job done. Now, not all of the time, but most of the time, if you could get one of these ramp cards alongside Mr. Negative, you probably want to accompany that with a snap. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not. But somewhere in the code, is there something that says the player cannot get the ramp cards and Mr. Negative only once out of 200 games? Maybe. I'm not going to write it off completely. Now let's look at Bast, a pull 4 card that's going to be perfect to play with Mr. Negative, as they both want to accomplish the same job. Mr. Negative wants low power cards, and Bast will be adding 3 power, making things like the -1 Mr. Negative into a 3 power card. And then, if you play him, everything in your deck will also get power, so it's a great combination to put together. Now, looking at the graphic here, these are going to be the majority, not all of them, but most of the cards to play with Mr. Negative. Now, we've got some MVPs here outside of just Zabu and Psylocke, starting with Iron Man and Mystique. Now, usually this is going to be a huge win condition. You're adding double power. If you have Bast, you're going to add 3 more, giving them 6 power to start off. If you flip it, it's 5 power, 10 power. If you play it, pretty ridiculous stuff, and usually will net you an 8-cube or at least 4-cube win. A solid combination, but we also have things like Wong, and if you have Black Panther and Arnim Zola, you're looking at a very strong win condition that you can play pretty much all at the same time for surprise. We have Nimrod, the newest Season Pass card, combined with some Destroy packages. Mr. Negative gives us a lot of different tools with this card. It's a ton of fun. We'll jump into that in a moment. And then, of course, we just have great flipped power cards, things like Rogue to steal ongoing abilities. We've got Blue Marvel. We have Magic. You guys get it. These are all great. Now, let's go ahead and look at the decks. We start with the first one here as the basic Negative deck, right? No Zabu. Maybe you just have Psylocke. If you don't have Psylocke, I recommend not playing Mr. Negative as of yet. But these are the main basic cards that you can start to get a feel of the archetype. You still have some major win conditions with Iron Man and Mystique. You've got Rogue to steal any ongoing abilities, and you can play her for only 1 cost. And then we have Sarah in here as a alternate if we don't pull Mr. Negative. She still allows us to have some nice plays with Ironheart and some of the cheaper cost cards. And of course, with all decks, the better cards that you get, the more win conditions you'll have, and the better the deck will perform. And in this deck, we will be adding Bast, who is going to help with the overall power numbers. She is replaceable, but this is our token Silver Surfer version of the Negative deck. Now, don't write the deck off just because Surfer got nerfed. It's definitely not near as good as it was once upon a time, but you can add in Killmonger to handle today's meta. Of course, you have to have the right card pulls, but if you play Killmonger last, you can take out Stones or Zero Titania and Ebony Maw from the Sauron decks. Honestly, the deck's pretty underrated as far as Mr. Negative goes, and it has the second highest win rate out of the decks that we'll talk about today for the archetype. Now, moving on to one of the better Mr. Negative decks, and it comes from the card Black Panther. This is a card that's going to immediately supercharge your Negative consistency because of Arnim Zola and Taskmaster already having synergy with Mr. Negative. Now, the best part is this deck has loads of flexibility, and if you don't pull Mr. Negative on 3, you can go ahead and play something like Wong, in which we can play White Tiger into, or Black Panther and Arnim Zola. Or if you manage to get Mr. Negative around 4, you can still get Iron Man out there and still get a lot of work done with the cards that you have. Now, lastly, we have probably my favorite Negative deck yet, and it is the newest one using Nimrod. Being honest, after playing a good amount of games with the deck, there's so many win conditions that it doesn't really even feel like a full Negative deck. if you don't get the right draws, if you don't get the ramp cards, it doesn't really matter. You've got Black Panther, Destroyer, and Nimrod. You have Arnim Zola and Null. There's a lot of ways to win, which makes it exciting to play and not a huge defeat if you don't pull the right cards. Now, as always, you'll be looking to ramp out Mr. Negative, of course, but you can oftentimes just get out Sherry early or Wong early, and then you can play Sherry into Wong, into Nimrod, or if you don't pull Mr. Negative, you can ramp out into one of these 6-cost cards like Null or Arnim Zola, and then the Destroyer is there as well, who is going to get torched by Mr. Negative if he's in your deck, but it doesn't matter because of the other win conditions we have. Now, again, there is flexibility here. You can go with Galactus, you can have Shang-Chi in the deck, or you can have a Destroy card. I chose to have Absorbing Man in my deck because if we do flip Arnim Zola, you can trigger that a ton of different times, or you can trigger Venom for a double Destroy effect, or even the Destroyer if you have a way to get him on the board early and then play Absorbing Man. Very solid deck overall, and by far my favorite that I'll play with today. Now, before we jump into the game, let's get something straight here, guys. Mr. Negative is not a consistent card. He's not a winner all the time. He's actually very inconsistent at winning, again, losing over half of the matches that you play. But what he can do is, if you're smart when you retreat, let's say you're 1 and 2 cubes, you can net a lot of 8 cube wins, and that's going to be a great way to climb the ladder. Now, look, I respect your time, and that's why I don't want to just give you a bunch of battles where I retreat, or I just get a bunch of 8 cube wins, right? So I do want to set the record straight. We will be looking at a lot of the battles. At least I pull Mr. Negative in some of my combo pieces. And as far as the retreats, I put together this nice little montage.
Escaped. 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 Escaped.
I'm having so much fun.
Escaped. Escaped. Escaped.
Alrighty, so we did get Psylocke in our opening hand, but no Mr. Negative. You usually get one and not the other. If you get both, again, it's a snapper. Let's go into our next turn here. And we have Starlight Citadel. And a lot of people ask, what do you do in this situation if you don't have Mr. Negative? I typically veer on the side of just play your Psylocke. You never know if you're going to top deck him. And if you don't, we'll play one of our other 4-cost cards. Oh, that would have been nice. And look at that. We top decked him. So, like, that's why you play Psylocke early. That's funny. Now, don't ever do this, guys. He will trigger twice. You don't want that because nothing happens. You just have a -1 card on your side. We'll go to play Mr. Negative here. And just hope that the switcheroo happens where it's not Kamar Taj in the middle. Theoretically, I should snap here. It is so dang hard to get games going, though, so I'm gonna hang out and just showcase the game and the deck itself. We want this guy to be overconfident, and let's go ahead and play Mr. Negative in the middle. All right, so love that. Okay, that's fantastic. And now we've got loads of cards that can be flipped. Now, this is great, too. This is honestly like the perfect scenario game to explain everything. Zabu. Now, it gives you a better chance to play Mr. Negative early, but at the same time, you get a worthless draw of a 2/2. So some people don't like it because of that. It's kind of user's choice. We're going to play Shuri right side, no question. Get a double power card no matter what it is coming out next. And that card is not going to be Absorbing Man or Black Panther for that matter. So there's that. Alrighty, and even more fun, we have a 15-cost Destroyer. So I have a feeling we're not going to be able to play this one anytime soon. Now looking at the cards that we do have, really, guys, it's looking bleak. Let's just state the facts here. Man, look at that. We even got Psylocke and a Mr. Negative, and nothing great happened out of it. This is a good game to showcase. Good game to showcase. Destroyer we usually want in the hand with Nimrod. We have Noel and Wong left, which we know both of those are going to be pretty garbo. Oh, man, thank God we didn't snap, huh? Let's go and play Zabu. I wish this would obviously be our Nimrod play. But lo and behold, we can't do that. Now, fear the almighty 4-power Venom. And, wowzers! Look at that! Because of our decision, we have an 0-17 null. So you never say never, guys. Never say never. And you get to do just crazy stuff with negative. You just get to do crazy stuff. And that's just half the fun. So we're going to kind of hope that this guy's overconfident. It looked in every metric like we lost that game. Right? Didn't look at all like we were going to win that game. But now we have a much better shot. And by much better, I mean we're probably going to win it. I'm in the business of being a little risky. You guys already know the end result. It's a couple 34 cubes. Let's see what happens if you do snap on turn 6. Now, this might as well be the educational battle because everything's happening to explain the deck. And typically, players that go against Mr. Negative should retreat. This guy's not going to do that, and that's a bummer for him. I do get the whole Ultron thing, you know, that's pretty strong. Didn't look like I had a lot going for us. But that's why Arnhem Nola is one of the most crazy combos in the game. And there you go. So, easy 4 cubes, no problem. And even when things look bleak, if they're not snapping, and you haven't lost yet, and you pull a 15 Destroyer, and you can't play your Nimrod, you can still win. So, you know, it might be worth your time. Okay, so we have Olympia to start the game. I do have some bad news, though. We pulled everything except a Mr. Negative, so we can only hope that this next card is Black Panther. Fantastic. All right, so let's go and do Zabu left side. We're still going to hold on to the hope that Mr. Negative's our next card up, as it quickly vanishes away. Hey, you know what? We only have 4 cards left in the deck. It makes sense the next 8 cards are worthless, guys. Good God almighty. We'll do Wong, I guess, into the right side here. Maybe we get lucky in what can be pulled in there. Okay. Well, that's a little tough. Let's hit up the Shuri. So we're going to go Shuri into Nimrod into hopefully this man's going to do us a solid and play Galactus. Well, holy. Holy crap, guys. We have priority? Oh my God. This is going to be the biggest Nimrod I've ever seen in my entire life. Can you imagine if this pulls my Destroyer? Or if he Galactuses? Oh my... 320... What? No way. Obviously, I should have snapped. But we needed to see it, folks. Look at this Noel. It's going to be out of his mind. Oh my God, and we're still going to lose.
Opponent snapped.
This is awesome. Amazing. By far, one of the biggest Knolls / Nimrods ever. It's too sad. We could have broken 1,000 if we didn't have all this other junk. Amazing. Props to this guy. Okay, we do have Psylocke in the opening hand, but so far, no Mr. Negative. But I feel like the top deck is about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime now. All right, well, this is a good location to have both Psylocke and Mr. Negative. Also Black Panther, for that matter. Mr. Negative coming right up. After Wong, let's do Mr. Wong right now. And then Shuri, Nimrod, Arnhem? If it goes according to plan. I don't think this guy's going to have a Cosmo. Now, he might have an arrow. We do have to look out for that, potentially. Oh, hello. Glad that you decided to show up, buddy. Do we do the easy play or the hard play? We gotta do this, right? We've got to. We can always play Nimrod into Death's Domain anyway. Oh, you bastard. All right, that's okay. We'll live. God, you worthless. I almost just want to throw him in there. Let's go Nimrod. Honestly, do we just do... I think we just do this. And luckily, this guy's using a Thanos deck, so you know he's confident. You know that he feels like he's going to definitely come away a winner in this. Yeah, dude, I think it's as easy as this. Is that 2020? Winner, winner? I guess he could float every bit of his power to Sunspot. There's no way. Does he do the full float? Oh my god, I got kind of nervous for a second. All's good, dude. That actually is completely fine with me. That was actually the worst move possible. I think obviously he was assuming I was going to Wong, but we shall take the free Nimrods. And we take the 3 bonus over as well. There we go. Mr. Negative on 4, and you gotta love Nimrod with Death Domain. Just multiple win conditions. Now, I see Electra, and I think a bot, but we'll have to see if they prove us wrong, guys. Maybe this person just likes Electra. Who knows? So we don't obviously have any of the key cards that we need at the moment. But we did get Psylocke, so sometimes, again, luck can be on your side. We could play Psylocke down, maybe get lucky enough to get Mr. Negative as our top deck. We're never that lucky, so we can assume that we'll just play Shuri or Wong. We got Destroyer, and looking at our conditions, we can go with a ton of different ones. With this being a little bit tough on what to do. We're going to play Wong left side. And playing Lockjaw into that is a brave move, good sir. But, you know, you do you. We have Shuri now. We're going to play Shuri left. We're going to probably play Black Panther middle or Nimrod. This is what's great about Nimrod and Black Panther. They play very differently. And we're going to, if we get Arnim Zola, we're going to go with the Panther. This is not a bot. I don't think so. Maybe it is. I thought bots don't have effects, but, you know, it's a little fishy. This guy's a little fishy to me. Cool. So looking at it, because we didn't get Arnim Zola and we do have Destroyer, we are going to play Nimrod right here. And we probably should snap into this as well. And what a great lad. He's going to magic so we don't even get rocks in our deck. Let's go ahead and hit him with the fist bump here as we go into our next turn. Now, good God almighty. We got Null too. Are you kidding me? Okay, play Destroyer, then Null, and just, it's going to be a grand old time. We could also play Destroyer and Absorbing Man and just get a ridiculous amount of Nimrods. Let's start with this option and just kind of see where it goes. This is so awesome, though. I love the multiple win conditions. Oh my god, we're going to have to do Absorbing Man, yeah? Okay, so at this point, it's a bot. I'm not confused anymore. It's definitely a bot. This guy's playing terrible plays. Well, actually, that was pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Obviously, a 65 null. It's hot. It's sexy. But we're here for the content, guys. So let's go ahead and do some more Destroyer action. We're going to go ahead and play that in the dead middle. Doesn't matter about the Zabu. And we're just going to watch them all die. And there it goes. There's the end of that. So fun, again, way to show multiple win conditions. All right, well, look at that, guys. We have a Mr. Negative avatar. So you know this guy's going to see it coming. We have Zabu at a 2-2, hoping for the negative pull here before our third turn. Superflow is going to just cancel that out anyway, so just pure dopamine if we get Mr. Negative. If not, we can do a Shuri Black Panther combo wombo there, wombo combo. Let's go to play Zabu. I guess we can play him on the right side. We kind of want to save this for Black Panther and Shuri. Fantastic. Hate that location. All right, so if we go Wong this turn, Shuri next turn, Black Panther the following turn, yeah, we're gonna win this game. We could also go Wong, Shuri, Nimrod. This is gonna be a snap. Again, no Mr. Negative, but the other win conditions is gonna give us some success here. That's annoying. That's a little annoying, guys, but nothing we can't handle. Probably what we'll do instead. Hello. What we will definitely do instead. So we can play... it's a difficult choice. We can play Shuri here, Black Panther here, Arnim Zola, YOLO. Probably I'll make the wrong decision no matter what I do. Or we just play Shuri here, double up the double, Black Panther guarantee in one lane, and winner, winner, chicken dinner. Or do Nimrod. So I am going to elect to go for the left side, especially because his power is looking pretty hot. Oh boy. That could have been bad. Looks like we're playing a Black Bolt deck. What in God's name? Now, Dream Dimension sucks, but lucky for us, we have Super Flow to negate it. And really, it's kind of user's choice here. We could play Nimrod, which will be a 20. And then we can Arnim Zola that just to get a ridiculous amount of copies. I kind of want to do both. I feel like either one of these, he's going to retreat on. If we do Nimrod, and he's 20, and we spread him twice, we're going to have a lot of Nimrods. It's a lot of power. I actually think that might be better. If we did this, it'd be 32, 264. So let's go with this. Because even if he arrows us, I have the chance to put Destroyer down, right? So look, if he does something like that, all good. We were prepared for that. And we know he's used the arrow already. I'm a little bit nervous, not going to lie. Definitely nervous. You could say that. But unless he Absorbing Man's in the right location, there's really nothing he can do to disrupt this. Maybe he can Cosmo us. The late Cosmo. Looking at his deck, he could have Cosmo. It would make sense to tech that in there. I think he's going to play Stature, maybe the new card, as well as some other options. But if he doesn't, it's going to be one swift, at least 4Q victory for us. We don't have priority. It's always a bit more risky to do what we're trying to do here. But we are going to go for the content, guys, of course. My guess is he thinks I'm going to play into here, by the way. So he's going to probably try to disrupt that. Oh, no, he's going double middle. Stature, not Cosmo. Shang? Wait a second, bro. Oh my god, he won. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Did he call my Arnim? What if I destroyed that? Dude, that deserves... Yeah, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. It's a middle finger. That's amazing. Good for him. I'm proud of him, guys. Good thing we didn't play that Black Panther, too. He would have destroyed that. Yeah, cool. So we were right on the stature. Cool to see that card. Don't know what to say other than whoopsie daisy. We got 4 cubes. Lost for the content. And we lost by 3, man. By 3. That was some good controlling by him. Good job. Alrighty, guys. So we're going in, and we've got Mr. Negative in the starting hand. Always great. Of course, no ramp card, though. So as of now, we are going to be playing him on turn 4. And no ramp card yet again. But we did get saved by a location. Wow. What are the odds? And this also looks like a bot because no one in their right mind is going to pick that avatar. I don't think I can get a game where I get the negative early without fighting a bot. Apparently there's so many bots right now in Snap. Maybe, let's see. Maybe he's not. Let's give him like a fist bump. We're going to do the test. Anybody home? Why are there so many bots? There's so many bots in this game. I'm probably gonna... Oh my god. He's not a bot. I stand corrected. Okay. All right. Also, Pog. We have Black Panther. Taskmaster, man, again, getting negative out early. So freaking good. We're going to play a crazy turn 5. All right, so we're going to go with Wong here in Zabu.
I am Iron Man.
Now, if I did snap, he would most likely get the heck out of dodge because I did play my Mr. Negative. Oh my gosh. So yeah, when this is what it looks like. This is the false advertisement. This is the as seen on TV like, hey, if you play Mr. Negative, you too can get an 05 Iron Man and Arnim Zola perfect pull. You can get Elysium to play your Mr. Negative early and not play a bot. False advertising. So, I think... Oh my god. This would be the most crack Black Panther of all time, but we can't. Okay, let's go Iron Man here. I mean, dude, do we just keep our options open? Just do that? Oh, man, this is such an easy snap, but we're not going to do it. We're just going to hang tight, guys. Oh, that Zabu crap! Oh, man, I got so excited. What a misplay. That's okay, though. That's okay. We're going to win anyway. Oh, hopefully this guy feels confident.
I am Iron Man.
So, let's talk worst case scenarios. Now, we're going to stay the hell away from the left side because I could copy a couple Zabus. We don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and drop it here. And, sadly, did I play? Well, at least maybe we could get another Iron Man for what it's worth. I don't know if we want to do that. Oh, don't snap, dude. Don't snap. We also have priority, homie. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't see a world where we lose this. We're going to snap them back. We got just the best possible pulls outside of, like, Shuri. And I'm going to definitely... This is going to probably be the marquee 8-cube winner here. Unless he, like, gambits us or something. Go Wong first. Okay. Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther. Can we have nice things?
Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever.
What is he about to do? Oh. Oh, fill him up. Fill those tigers up to the top. Well, not too far. Not too far.
Victory.
There was a world, a very easy to imagine world, where we lost that. That was kind of cool, though. All that aside, that was really cool. Awesome stuff. Oh my god, it happened. Guys, I'm not even joking. We're on probably game 20-ish, and I finally have Psylocke and Mr. Negative together. I could cry tears of joy, guys. Real tears. We're gonna go ahead and snap in our turn. If he retreats, you know, I'm going to cry a little bit. We also have Wakanda Embassy going into Black Panther, so this is just the most easy snapping moment of our lives. Cool, so we're going to go ahead and Psylocke here, left side. Play our Mr. Negative. And then we're going to play our Black Panther, Wong, all the jams. So we can finally play Mr. Negative on turn 3, which allows us to draw into the deck a lot more consistent. We just don't want any of our great cards. That one was pretty good. It's not the worst case scenario. He's 0 power, so it doesn't really matter where we play him. If Danger Room wants to claim his soul, that's okay with me. Okay, we got a junk deck going on. Oh, we got our 0-1 rock. This makes me feel like it's definitely a bot. There's no way. Let's try to get him to emote. He's not responding, guys. We're going to play it through, guys, because we got a rock. And you know, that's just always great. We're going to go into Jubilee right side here. Is this... He's playing Cerebro 2 is what it's looking like. The Green Goblin in there is a bit weird. Oh, I'm so glad we got Bast there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play Black Panther. And we could play Taskmaster after that. So this is going to be a GG either way. Just in case we get the Arnim Zola, maybe we go Rock here, Black Panther here. And it should be Profit. Okay, so I was off. This guy's definitely not playing just Cerebro. He's just playing like a junk deck. Goodbye, my friend.
Wakanda forever.
Cool, we get 20 power there. Oh my god. It's amazing. Probably this. Followed by that. Why not, right, guys? And then that for fun. Let's do it. All right, so coincidentally, we're playing a bot, so you can't really read into this much because the person definitely would leave. I don't know anyone in their right mind that would stay against a Black Panther Arnim Zola. But, guys, I'm going to be honest. I've been waiting a while to get the pull finally of the double ramp, even though it was kind of unconventional. But yeah, 8-cube win, 8-cube thief here from the bot that doesn't know better. But it feels good. It does feel good after all of what we worked to get here, you know? It feels good. And there is your negative Wongkanda. Even though we didn't use Wong. Oh, man. There's been a lot of retreats. All right, guys, that's going to be it for our Mr. Negative gameplay. Hopefully you enjoy one of these decks. And again, you got to be patient with it. If you have a long time to play, is usually the best time to play Mr. Negative decks because you can retreat and win over and over. Definitely don't suggest just picking this up for a couple of matches. You kind of have to full commit. Now, again, guys, these were some of my better matches, and more realistically, you're going to win or lose about half of your games. And I don't know if I recommend taking it to infinite unless you have Nimrod, Black Panther, then you can successfully climb. Now, if there are any tips of Mr. Negative I did miss, drop them down below and share with the community. And if you keep coming back here and you want to support the channel, go ahead and click the red subscribe button down below. Helps a ton, and over 60% of you guys have not subscribed. All right, guys, have a good one. Have a great one. And until the next one, happy snapping.